So yeah, this is another new thing I like to do. It's called Story Time with Smash. Basically, I just get on here. I started doing this on Instagram. Now I'm doing it on all platforms. Basically, it's just here where I get here and I explain some of the weirdest, wildest stories ever, and they all true as they happen, no cap whatsoever. So today I'm gonna talk about my move to Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a lot of twists and turns in this story, but everything is all true. I was bad as hell. As a kid, I was bad as shit. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was super fucking bad. I think I got kicked out of 7 elementary schools in like, it was like the 5th grade. So like 7 elementary schools by the time I hit the 5th grade. So moms wasn't having it no more. Moms ain't want to deal with it no more. Mom said, I love you, but this can't work no more. Because my mom's was a mail carrier. So she would have to get off her route to come sit in class with me. And you know when you get off your route, you missing money. So moms didn't like missing no money. I'm going to tell you that. So she sent me to live with my pops. Now, pops was a disciplinarian. You know what I'm saying? In all of the sense of the word. He was a strict disciplinarian. He ain't played none of that secular stuff. My pops was a church-going, God-fearing man. So, still is. But he didn't play that. So, he didn't play that getting kicked out of school and doing all that. Nah, he didn't play none of that shit. I got sent to this school. Now, here I was thinking, I'm the baddest motherfucker walking. Like, I'm the baddest motherfucker walking. I'm from Chicago. I'm the baddest dude walking. These new motherfuckers don't know what they dealing with. They don't know who they fucking with. None of that shit. So, I get to the school, and I did not realize that all the bad kids were in the same wing of the school. We wasn't with the regular kids. We was with the bad kids who had behavior issues and shit. So I ended up thinking I was bad to being in a crowd where damn near we all bad. All our ass is bad. We all bad as shit. So that's why we on this side. My very first day, I walked in on this girl whooping this dude ass. This is my first day. Like, she really whooping his ass. I mean, she laying the smackdown on this dude. Like, she beating his ass. And it was an amazing sight because I'm thinking like, ain't these motherfucking teachers gonna do something? The teachers didn't do shit. It was like they let these kids fight. And then when they got done fighting, they walked them down to like this padded room where they locked the door. Some shit. But yeah, the girl was whooping her ass. Now the girl that was doing the ass whooping, a lot of y'all know her as Mafia. We just knew her as plain old Lisha back then. You know what I'm saying? And she was whooping this dude ass. Now this was the first fucking day, my first day. She was whooping this dude ass. And I had the note to self like, don't get on this girl bad side. And for those of you that don't know Lisha was the one that was walking around with the big ass stick, and Pops pulled up and whooped my ass in front of her. So Lisha, this was my first time meeting her. And she was whooping ass. Everybody on that wing of the school was scared of her. So I had to note to self like, don't get on her bad side. And So I felt like, oh shit, yeah, she the one we gotta be cool with. We gotta be cool. It was another cat who was good with the hands too. Cause mind you, again, this my first day, and I'm already seeing who to be cool with, who ass to whoop to make a presence felt, and you know what I'm saying, whose side not to cross. So first week, I already knew some shit was gonna pop off. I'm the new kid. We gonna test the new kid. We gonna figure this shit out. So I had got into it with this dude. And this dude had a crew already. Now, again, I'm the new kid. So, you know, they already had their crew. And I remember being on the playground at recess. And Buddy kept eye-hawking me. He kept staring me down and shit. Now, around that time, yeah, I think I was tall. I was like the tallest, one of the tallest that I had seen in the school at that time. So they, you know, they eyeballing me. They hawking me down, him and two of his homies. So I'm like, oh shit, all right, well, I guess, you know, I'm gonna have to prove myself this week. I'm gonna have to set an example. I'm gonna have to set the tone. If this motherfucker run up on me, I ain't even letting the nigga talk. I'm swinging. These are my thoughts. Like, I'm swinging. That's exactly what it was. So he did approach me. He approached me. I'm getting ready to lay hands. Like, you motherfuckers ain't finna just beat my ass. We finna lay hands. We finna get it in. Soon as they approached me, it was another guy. and this is how I knew, like, me and this dude was gonna be friends for life. It was this guy. He came out of nowhere. Now, I was in class with him, but I ain't really speak to him. Again, this is my first week. We ain't really had words. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was too busy getting in trouble to really try to introduce themselves to the new kid. So, yeah, he was in my class. So he comes out of nowhere and say, nah, this ain't going down like this. You know what I'm saying? New kid, he with us. And at first I ain't know how to feel about that shit. Like what the fuck? I seen enough prison movies and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once a nigga claim you, it's like, nigga, you gotta rep that shit. So, come to find out, him and Lisha was cool. They was cool with each other. So that was the us that he was referring to. So when he said that, you know, like, yeah, you know, you gotta put on that I'm bad act. Now you really gotta put on this I'm bad act. Cause you got two of the motherfuckers with hands in the school vouching for you. And I ain't talking about just the wing. I'm talking about the entire school. So I had two of the motherfuckers that nobody in the school wanted to see vouching for me. And it was on like that ever since then. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of the school year, for the rest of my time, from that day forward, it was like, you couldn't touch me. You couldn't touch me. You couldn't say shit wrong to me. You couldn't look at me wrong. You couldn't do nothing, because it was like one of them things where, like, don't fuck with him. You know who he cool with type shit. So it was fun in the sense. You know, I had fun. We was three the hard way for like every grade year up until freshman high school. It was me and them. You know what I'm saying? Three the hard way. Now, don't get it twisted, because I'm going to tell you, I got on both of them niggas' nerves. And I had actual fist fights with both of them. Because I would tell you, the first time that I ever let somebody get the best of me, like for real, like all bullshit aside, Lisha beat my ass. I ain't even gonna lie to you. She was a fucking tomboy in every sense of the word. Now I don't know if it's because she a female and I wasn't gonna hit her back, or because she hit like a motherfucking man and it made me rethink, do I want to hit her ass back, because she packed a hell of a fucking punch. So we had a ball. 5th grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. It was 4th grade actually. We had a ball. So we terrorized that fucking school. I ain't gonna lie to you. We terrorized that fucking school. We stayed in the little panic rooms. If it wasn't me, it was him. If it wasn't her, it was him. We stayed in the motherfucking panic rooms. You know what I'm saying? We stayed getting into it with motherfuckers. We didn't give a fuck. Recess, we was beating ass. We stayed into it. We stayed into it. So, 5th grade, same shit. Different day. We was beating ass, we was fighting, we stayed in trouble, etc., 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 etc. I started becoming more rebellious to Pops because I started hanging out with them. And there was days I wouldn't even come home from school. I would be over kicking it at THRU crib. That's my man's, $100 grand. So 6th grade, we all went to the same school. They moved us all to the same school, middle school. And it was more of the same. But see, now, now we are around even more kids that came from different schools. See, the first school we was in was just kids from my neighborhood. Like now we are in a school with kids from all over. So, it was a lot of us. It was a lot of us, and it was a hell of a time because me, Lisha, and Tay, we came from this school, and we really didn't come with nobody else that went to the school with us. It was just us 3. Everybody else got switched to different schools and shit. So, no, I take that back. It was one other dude that came with us too. OC. OC came with us too. So when we got to the new school, me and Tay was in the same class. Lisha was in a different class. And with Lisha, that's when I don't know if she knew Cornelius before that or she knew him during that. But Cornelius, y'all know him as Sideways for the ones that know. He became another nigga that we ran with. And then we had Kie, we had Cordell, we had fucking Ricardo. Rest in peace to Ricardo. Shit. I think it was just mostly us. Yeah, it was mostly us. Everybody else was like hanger-oners. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it was mostly us. Now, we had to be the most dysfunctional crew in the fucking world because we fought other motherfuckers, but we fought each other too, if that makes sense. Like, I stayed into it with niggas, and I guess I felt like all my life I stayed into it with niggas because I had strong ass crews behind me. So even if you wanted to fight me or you wanted to get on that with me, you had a problem on your hands because I had a crew that was waiting on your ass as soon as you thought you was finna jump back. So I could tell you, we was in this main wing of the school. Well, not the main wing, but we was in this wing, and we was together every which way. Every which way. I don't give a fuck if we was 2 classrooms down and some one of us was fighting. We literally leaving out of class soon as we hear or even think one of us was fighting. And these are real true stories. So hanging with them, me, Ricardo, Tay, and Kie. We was together damn near every day after school. You know what I'm saying? Whether we was on shit at the mall, running to the Mall of America every day, or whether we was looking for somebody to fight, or whether we was on some chicks. Whatever the case was, we was together. All right? Lisha was with us too, but Lisha was doing her own thing. So, so we would hit the malls, we would do all this shit. We would fight with motherfuckers. We would do all type of shit just for nothing. Just for nothing. Whatever it was, we did what the fuck we wanted to do. And teachers and staff and shit couldn't contain us, man. What was they gonna do with us? Because we was fighting them too. If you really want to be honest, we was fighting them too. We ain't fight them, but we was fighting their ass. They'd tell us do something, tell their ass, hell no. We ain't doing that shit. Like, it was a free fall for us, you know what I'm saying? Because again, we was young and having fun. We was worried about, we wasn't worried. I mean, we did our work, we excelled, we did all our shit, but we was having fun. Plain and simple. So, seventh grade and 8th grade was 2 of the best years of my life. Because we did pretty much whatever the fuck we wanted to do. We did whatever the fuck we wanted to do. Like, literally, like, we would be... Now, they had this thing where you had gym with the regular kids in the school. So we would have gym with the kids, but when we went into the locker rooms, we was beating their ass. We was beating their ass. Like, all bullshit aside, we was beating their ass. These are true facts. We was beating their ass. All us. They used to call us the Eisenmanger kids. And we would be beating the shit out of the regular kids. I don't know why we would fight them. Maybe it's because, they felt like they was better than us because we was on the bad side. Or maybe they felt like, or maybe we just felt like we ain't really like these motherfuckers. So let's leave a lasting impact. I know me and Asante used to always go to the other side of the school to holler at the chicks and shit. We'd get in trouble for that shit, but we ain't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? We ain't give a fuck. And so, I don't want to say it was a top of the totem pole in them days, but it was us and then it was everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It was us and then it was everybody else. Like, these are true stories. It was us and then it was everybody else. Like, you had to come see us to really do anything. You know what I'm saying? We had all the ladies. We did what the fuck we wanted to do. We did what the fuck we wanted to do. And if you didn't like that shit, you just had to do something. You couldn't fight us because you was gonna get your ass whooped. So these are real stories. So 6th, 7th grade, 7th and 8th grade, we did our thing. The whole 7th and 8th grade was a blur. Like, we did our fucking thing. We excelled in the books, true enough. We excelled in the streets. We had a ball. And then the shoe dropped. We graduated out of 8th grade, and then the shoe dropped. They said, we are not sending you motherfuckers. They said, we are not sending you motherfuckers to the same high school. We ain't doing that shit. So they split us up. We all knew we was going to different schools. Me, Lisha, Tay, Cornelius, Ricardo, Kie, OC, Cordell, Jordan. It was a few of us by that time. Like, the whole 8th grade class. OC was the only one that was coming back next year, but he wasn't gonna have any of us there with him. So he was like the man now. And they split us up. They split us up, dog. They split us up. I ended up going to not Arlington. I ended up going to Harding. Everybody else got split up to different schools: Central, Arlington, a whole bunch of shit. So that summer was like the greatest summer ever for us because we didn't know what was going to happen the next school year. This was unfamiliar territory for us. For 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, the last 4 years, it was us. So we didn't know what to expect next year. You know what I'm saying? We was being split up. They split us up. So we vowed to have a fucking ball that summer, and that's what we did. We lived it up. We went hard with everything we did. We had a fucking ball. And high school was different. I realized high school was different when I didn't have my homies, you know, going from playing basketball together, you know, fighting together, chilling together, hitting licks and shit and all that shit together. It was a different feeling walking through them high school doors, you know, and not seeing nobody that you was familiar with. So now you are a small fish in this pond now, because this is not elementary school. This is not middle school. You are in a super fucking pond now. And I think I had the toughest time adjusting to that because, shit, I didn't know these motherfuckers and these motherfuckers didn't know me. But the way my personality is set up, I ended up meeting a lot of cool people. Day one, you know, because a lot of us freshmen, you know, we all came from different places. So, you know, day one, I ended up having a little crew. And it was dope. We had a little crew, and tragedy struck like in the middle of the school, like at the middle of the week, like a couple weeks in. One of the guys that I hung out with, his brother got killed in a car accident. His brother and his girlfriend got killed in a car accident. So that fucked us up. You know what I'm saying? We was a tight little knit family. So that fucked us up. And then it was like, after that, it was like a dark cloud was over the school and shit because, you know, shit just happened. You don't hear about shit like this happening in real life. Like, you hear today, gone tomorrow type shit. So, we had a little crew. We held each other down. We had a little crew. I was already part of a crew. Now, y'all remember I was telling y'all about my crew that I had just left. We called ourselves the Riders at War. Raw. And now I had a whole new crew. Actually, I had several different crews in school because a lot of these motherfuckers didn't hang with each other. But they tolerated each other because of me. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't finna talk like I was some big shot or something, because I wasn't. I was just a dude that, you know, knew how to maneuver and talk shit and have fun and have a good time. So I was in several different crews in high school. I didn't have to be in one. I think they call that like a renegade. I was like a renegade. I hung out with all the crews. And we started this one crew. I bet I never see this nigga again. I don't give a fuck. But we started this one crew, and it was called Balling Click. BC for short. And it was just a bunch of dudes hanging out, getting money, chilling, you know, doing our thing. We was doing our thing. And so I was one of the co-founders, and there was another dude. He was a co-founder. He added this nigga to the crew that I did not get along with. I did not get along with this dude. So I didn't appreciate that shit. You know, but that's my man's. That was my man's at the time. So I'ma ride with him, whatever decision he make, even though I don't fuck with dude. I'm telling y'all this shit was gonna go bad. I kept telling him, like, this shit gonna go bad, dog. So me and dude kept woofing at each other. Every day we kept woofing at each other. Even though we in the same crew, we kept woofing at each other. So after that, we was like, you know what? We finna do this shit. We finna go ahead on and get the animosity out the way. Meet me in the bathroom, nigga, and we gonna get this shit cracking. So I remember everybody knew we was finna fight. And they was like, oh shit, it's the battle of the BC niggas. Oh shit, they finna get it in. Everybody finna fight. Everybody named mama, all the dudes was anticipating on seeing this fight. So after lunch, we got up, we went to the bathroom, we finna get it in. Now, mind you, this was one of them days where you could fight one-on-one because y'all in the same crew. So we had the other niggas in the crew. Wasn't nobody finna jump in. This was finna be a straight one-on-one fight. We didn't get a chance to throw hands. I'm gonna tell you this. We didn't get a chance to throw hands. But security came and broke the shit up. In the midst of security breaking the shit up, the motherfucker came out of nowhere and snaked my ass. Like, he stole off me when I wasn't looking. And then he ran off in the crowd. So, now mind you, me and this nigga in the same classroom. We are in the same class. I said, oh, okay. So, me and this nigga, we in the same class. So I was going to see him. But news had already spread it over the school. Oh, yeah. Ken got stole off of. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So it was like, damn, y'all really think that that's how that shit work? In Chicago, we call that shit a snake. Like, you snaked me, nigga. Like, it wasn't no... So I could never catch this nigga, though. I could never catch his fat ass. The nigga would always be by the teachers. He'll always be by security. He'll always be, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't catch this nigga for shit. So it came down to it. One of us had to go. One of us had to go. Now, again, like I said, I was one of the co-founders. The other co-founder was the nigga that let the nigga in. So I told the nigga, I said, man, listen, I don't like how you run this shit. We supposed to be a dope-ass organization coming together and you letting fuck niggas in and all this shit. Like, this is the conversation we had. So me and him, we had words. We had words. We had big time words, dog. Like, we really had words. And then it became me saying, fuck ball and click. I'm done with this shit. I ain't doing this shit no more. Fuck this shit. I'm out. And the thing about it was, so I started hanging out with the other crews and shit. I ain't really have no ill will with ball and click, but I ain't fuck with them niggas though. After I left. So, I think it was on the weekend. It was on the weekend. I was by myself. I was chilling. I was by myself. I was relaxing. It was just me. So I ran into one of the ball and click niggas. I ran into the other co-founder, and then I ran into a few more. So it was just me by myself. And them niggas tried to get down on me. You know what I'm saying? And I kept telling his ass, like, nigga, you so bad, you don't need your crew. Fight me head up. So it started off as a fight me head up situation and niggas tried to roll on me. But the thing about it was, I had this teacher that worked with me from middle school. He was cool as hell, cool as shit. Like he was like a straight up mentor. Now, the crazy thing about it was I was actually on my way to his house when this shit was about to kick off with Buddy. So I'm beating his ass. We fighting. I'm beating his ass. His crew finna get ready to move in. I don't know if I had ever been so happy to see another motherfucker come out the door. My man's the staff member came out the door and stopped all the shit because he knew them too. You know what I'm saying? So he stopped all the shit. He saved me because if he had never came out, niggas would have got out on me. I ain't gonna lie to you. They would have got out on me. I never saw Fat Boy again. I never saw him again. But I still to this day look for this nigga. If I ever see this nigga, I'm gonna beat his ass. So, Ball and Click, needless to say, that was the last time I seen any of those niggas. Like I look for them niggas on the regular just cause I wanna see what the fuck these niggas up to and what they did with Ball and Click and shit like that. But I never saw them niggas again. So, I wanted to, cause I'm telling you, the crazy thing about it was, I had not fell out. Like I told y'all, when they sent us to all these different high schools, we didn't have a chance to kick it like we used to. We didn't kick it like that. We talked on the phone and shit like that every now and then, but we didn't kick it like that. But I knew that them niggas didn't want to see me because if I had called up the crew, then it would have been ugly. So, needless to say, man, I lasted like 3 months at that high school. I lasted like 3 months, and they kicked me out. What happened was, I don't know. I was bad as fuck. I can't even remember why I got kicked out, but I know I got kicked out. Too many fights, too much bullshit. I was dealing with this white girl at the time, and her parents didn't want me dealing with her, so they made a report. They filed a complaint with the school. All type of shit, man. Now this was a girl that I was at her house a lot. We was kicking it, we was chilling, and I had a thing for white girls at the time. I don't know why. I had a thing for white girls at the time. But yeah. Something about, that I'm something. I forgot what the damn report was, but needless to say, they ended up telling me that I couldn't see her no more and all this other shit, which was funny to me because it's like, it's too late. Like, nigga, I was already clapping cheeks. It was too late for y'all really to try to lay the law down now. But anyway, needless to say, I got kicked out. I got sent to this alternative school. I forgot the damn name of the alternative school, but I got kicked out. It sucked. I got kicked out. And then from there on out, after I got kicked out of there, I really became like this super rebellious ass dude. I was super rebellious then. I wasn't listening at home. I wasn't listening at school. You couldn't tell me shit. Fuck you. All that. That's how I was feeling. So I went to this alternative school. That shit didn't work because I really didn't give a fuck. But the best part about the alternative school was Lisha was in the school before I got there. She left before I got there, but she was in the school. So my affiliation with her got me a lot of brownie points at this school. So, she was like the man wherever the fuck school she was at. So, it's like I was good at every alternative school that I went to. You know what I'm saying? My reputation was, yeah, he fight, he throw hands, shit like that. But yeah, it was different. It was fucking different. So before I wrap this up, because I'm gonna give y'all the second half of this story, I ended up becoming a problem child. I ended up getting arrested in juvenile detention centers and all that shit. I'm gonna give y'all the second half on how I finally caught back up with Tay ass when we got locked up, and we got locked up in the same juvenile facility. I'm gonna talk about the shit that took place while we was locked up, all type of shit, man. I just wanted to give y'all a quick little story time with Smash and let y'all know, you know, we diving into the early years, and then we gonna pick back up on the school shit. So we talked about the school shit. Now we're gonna talk about the juvie shit, and then we're gonna elevate to the high school shit, to the block shit. And then, you know, you're gonna get a pretty good gist, man. Y'all know what it is, man. I'll be back at y'all real soon.